I'm going to give you guys a few defending tips to use in eFootball 2024 to score more goals and concede less goals. Let's go.
Spunkin! Hello, holy my son!
Now, these are the play settings that I use. So you have the control type to be classic, directional stick to be move, cursor change to be manual, because if you have manual defending, less scripting is going to occur because you have more control over your defenders. The movement input range, I don't know what this is actually, so I just keep it at medium. If anybody has any other tips about that, we can change that. I don't know. Defending control type, apparently there's a standard and a pressure type. I use standard. If anybody has used pressure before and it works for them, let me know. Everything else is kind of irrelevant. You don't really need to know. Well, yes, you kind of need a next player indicator, and that's basically it. And attack defense level, of course. But apart from that, everything else, well, the display radar as well, because the display radar can show you where certain players are on the pitch if you can't see them in your peripheral, like if you can't see them on your screen. That's very important. No, in no way, shape, or form am I saying that I'm the best defender in the world, and in no way, shape, or form am I saying that you are going to concede no goals at all, because technically you cannot concede 0 goals for your entire eFootball 2024 career. Because look at it this way: no matter how well you defend, there will always be somebody who can score goals, because at the end of the day, there is scripting and there are very good players in this game that can score goals out of nothing, especially from corners, etc. You could do all the right things and still concede goals. It's just that when you're defending, especially in this way, you can concede less. So as you guys can see, if you have a proper defense, you can always turn that defense into counter attack and you can score goals, because defense is the best form of attack, in my opinion. So I'm here looking at this and I'm just showing you guys that what I do is I usually be very, very patient. I don't use the sprint and tackle. I don't use the dash and pressure. Actually, I use the matchup mostly. And then what I do is I usually switch the players. How to switch the player? All you do to switch the player is literally press switch and flick it towards the direction that you'd like to switch the players in, and then that's how you get most of the goals that you need. And as I say, I'm showing you guys that literally all you have to do is just be patient, because seeing that you're using manual defending, you can literally position the player into the area that you think the ball is going to go. So you can look at Van Dijk, for example. Van Dijk is an aura defender, so you have to kind of look at the situation, and then when you look at the situation, you can really tell what type of defending you need to do. But I don't use dash and pressure at all. I use matchup mostly, and it works for me. What I usually do is literally I just switch it to the player who I think is going to get the ball, and then when I get the ball, or I put the player into the area. But as you can see, goals can still score, because even though you're marking the area that you assume the ball is going to go, look, because he took a first time shot, essentially, even though I was marking the area, he still conceded, he still scored. So it doesn't matter how good the defense is, it's really about like the goalkeeper. So now I'm just trying to get the ball, like I'm not even applying pressure. I just low-key run right beside the player. I let the player do all the defending. So I'm running into the space that I assume the ball is going to go. And if I make a run into a space, as long as I'm behind the defender, I will call the second defender to come defend. But I don't call the second defender often, because I don't want to drag him out of position. So what I do is, if I'm dragging the second defender out of position, I will literally put the player that I'm controlling back into that person's position. That way nobody is out of position, if you get what I'm trying to say. And I'm always switching it to the last person. That way I can get into the right position. So if I'm running from someone, I'm always running from them. Look, boom. All you do is kind of just go beside them and let the AI or the defensive mechanism does its job. So literally all I do is I just switch it to the last defender possible, and then I position myself in a way that I can get the ball. Look at this. So I switch it to the guy right there, and then I literally just take the ball off of him. Like, it's not that hard. You just have to be very patient, and you have to know that after you position yourself, that you really need to either close down the space or just try your best to not concede. So sometimes you don't even have to like tackle, because I don't tackle. I don't slide tackle. I don't standing tackle. I don't none of them things. Like literally what I do is I literally just position myself into the position to intercept the ball, to intercept the ball. That's it. So I put myself in the right position to position the ball. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned a few things. Literally just be patient. Just position your player into the channels. Just try to control a player that is running into the channels. You don't even have to tackle. Just intercept and counter. That's it.